Welcome back, people. Sunday morning. I'm sat in the taxi that now I've put the steering wheel back on and it's got no dashboard or anything. But I want to clean out this. I want to look at it. Look at I can't put anything back in that's nice if it's like this. But I realised my Hoover's down there in my garage. I'm not. So I need to get this down there. I don't know whether this is going to start, considering it's got nothing in it. So I've had to put the steering wheel. To put the steering wheel back on. Oh, Jesus! This. I've not. So I've not put a bolt on there, a nut even. So yeah, this is sketch. Oh my god, this is. Oh fuck! There's fucking cable. I genuinely. Yeah, this is probably one of the sketchiest things I've done at present, anyway. Don't come off, steering wheel. Don't come off. Don't come off. Alright, there we go. Job's a good un. Boop, boop. I made it. So I've got some cheap labour in.
Need to switch the head.
Need to switch the head. I've got Zach in. My hands are hurting.
I can barely use them.
So instead of doing what I've been told and not doing any work, I'm making him do it. So we're taking the seatbelts off. We've got this bolt for the seatbelt on the driver's side so I can get access to the B pillar. We've got the carpet out on that side. Got the Hoover down here, so we're going to clean it out, take off the B pillars and get them all sorted. And then hopefully we should be able to get access to the headliner in there as well. Jobs are good. Let's crack on. What?
You're like that one
Hard at work. Don't break it now. Don't break it.
You're like that one dad who's always got the camera out and taking pictures, videos of everything. That's stressing me out.
Don't break it. Oh god. I'll tell you what, I like this material, but it's difficult to work with. I mean, it's like vinyl, but not at the same time, because it's, well, it is. But it's not quite as stretchy. So you can work it a lot with the heat gun, which I have tried to do. But some of the complicated like ins and outs of B pillars and pillars I've got, crazy complicated. But this is where I'm at so far. I've done one of the B pillars on the driver's side. I couldn't get the B pillar out of the passenger side yet, because I need to remove the for hire sign and I just need to strip everything before I can get access to that one, which I need to do anyway, but still, it's a pain in the arse. I need to take the seat out ideally, because then I need to take the panel out for the screen behind you, the perspex screen. Then I need to take the cover off the back of that, which I need to do anyway, because I need to paint it. Then I'll be able to get access to that secondary B pillar. But for the moment, I've done the first one. I'll show you it. I'm not perfectly happy with it. Well, I'm not really happy with it, but it's okay. For the most part, you can't really see any of the imperfections. Or yeah, you can. Anyway, some of the foot plates as well. So where you sit, I'll go show you. So I've hoovered in here as well. It's all right. It looks like that I haven't, but I really have. So there's a plate that sits there, plastic one, covers that. So when I've put all of this back in new, I'll zoom out. When I put all of this back in new carpet around here, there's a nice little plate that sits there. I've covered that in the suede liner as well. See the one on the other side, just down there? It's got the bonnet release. I'm going to cover that one too, so I need to take it off. And I'll show you the other B pillar on that side. So you can see it from here. It's all covered, it looks nice. Compared to this one. But let's go up close, because you'll see the imperfections, which is going to annoy me. See, it looks nice, right? It looks nice. All the way up there is good. and that's where the seatbelt hole goes. All good, all good, all good. But then it got properly complicated. See, look at that. That ain't ideal, but the stuff you shouldn't massively be able to. It's really hard, I'm telling you. Even when you heat it up, you've got really limited time to work with it, and it's only got, because it's got fabric on the other side, it's got a limited amount it can actually stretch. So you've got to try and work it as much as you can into those holes, which is really difficult. It's not easy at all. So with those really complicated B-pillars, I think it's more difficult, whereas every other shape's kind of easy. That goes about 4 different directions, so it's more difficult. Anyway, I'll get this one off and I'll crack on doing that. So I've got that off, and here's the other one I've done. Again, it's not perfect. I've learned a bit doing this one with some of the air bubbles. It caused some of the air bubbles, and with normal vinyl you can kind of push it out, but this you can't, so I had to kind of pop them, but then that caused a couple of creases in areas I didn't want them to. Anyway, it's one of the foot plates. Be fine. So before and after. See, you can see in those little bits there, and it shows up more on camera actually. It looks a lot lighter than it is. It looks way darker in real life, but it looks like it's got loads of fingerprints on, but it hasn't, and in real life it doesn't look like that either way. And so does that. It looks like camouflage. I think it's because the flash is on. But yeah, A-pillars all done. They're perfect. Probably the best ones I did, apart from these little bits, but you can't see those because those are tucked down back of the dash. Those are that foot plate. And now I just need to do this foot plate, and then I've kind of trimmed most of the stuff I can do today. The difficulty with this part versus the other one is that this one has this, and as you can see, I've just sanded it down, like keyed this surface just to give it something a bit more to grip to with the vinyl. But this then obviously goes in there that way, and as well as that way, and you have to try and do that without creating any creases with this materialed vinyl. So yeah, I'm not fancying my chances again. This one nailed like I did. Well, I didn't nail the other one, but you know what I mean. I'll give it a crack though, see how it turns out. At least it's just down there. It's not massively visible, but it will look better than it is now. So this isn't going to be like a fucking how-to or anything like that, because this is me. But you can see there's loads of creases and everything like that there. So I tend to just get then, stretch it back out again, pull it off, give it a bit of a hit with the heat gun. Not a lot though, just a little bit, just so it's a bit more pliable, and then pull it into place. But you've got to be careful to try and get it round the gaps and everything like that. So it's not going to end up perfect, I don't think, because there are too many contours on this. And like I said, it has a limitation on how much you can stretch, but I can do what I can with it, and so we'll see how it ends up. But yeah, that's kind of how it looks. So it looks like you fucked it right up, and then by the end it looks like you fucked up slightly less. So bonus. Let's go. Possibly the worst one to do as an example, because it's the most complicated and there are the most creases in it. This is how it looks anyway. I don't actually think it's too bad. The bit where the bonnet releases is where it's the most creased, but you won't see it because the bonnet releases there, so whatever. Like I said, it looks worse on actual film, but just around this section, it's the hardest part to get in. There's a couple of creases there. That's not a crease, that's just the material. But considering the difficulty of it, it's come out pretty well. So see what it looks like actually on the car. I don't know why it looks so bright. It's not that bright, so you can see the marks there. They're the biggest ones. But considering, I don't think it's too bad. Let's get it on. I mean, you can see literally every single crease there. But you shouldn't be able to when I'm going to hit it with a heat gun and try and get rid of some of those. But yeah, anyway, that's better than the plastic that was there before, I reckon. So that's the two kick plates, the two A-pillars, all covered. Well, that's one thing out of the way anyway, I suppose. 9 million more things to do. Also, yesterday I sprayed this is the cowl for where the steering wheel goes. The light's not great in here, but this is like a metallic grey black. I hit that with some primer, sanded it down, some primer, a couple of coats of the grey metallic, and then again it looks a lot lighter on the camera because of the flash, but it's actually quite dark. So that's the top and bottom of the cowl. That is the surround for the gauges, cluster and everything. That attaches actually to the main center section, center console trim. So, and I haven't done that. You can see that's where it mounts up to that bit there. So I'm going to actually do that. I'm not sure if I've got time. supposed to be going for lunch. Yeah, okay, I'll give it a shot. Slap down a nice bit of filler primer on there, sands it all down. Nice bit of filler primer. Hopefully that should cover any sort of imperfections there are on there. And then, yeah, I'm going to leave that one to dry. It's kind of all I can do right now. I've got to wait for that to dry. Sand it down again, or flatten it off anyway. Hit it with some metallic, same colour as that stuff. And yeah, otherwise, really got to wait for the carpet to arrive, which should be tomorrow. So hopefully tomorrow I might be able to start getting some of the carpet in. If I can get some of the carpet in, then I can start. Ooh, I know what I need to do. I'm hoping tomorrow that the material for the dashboard comes as well, because that way I can then start to cover this with that material. I mean, the shape's fairly okay-ish. I'm hoping that it's stretchy enough that I can, I've got loads of spray adhesive that I can get it into the gaps without it causing a pain in my arse. Then I can cover the fuse box cover that goes on there, and then hopefully this will be okay. Once this is done, then the real stuff I need to finish then taken out of here is just this center console, which now should just pop out, and that driver's seat. The reason I need to do that is because I need to get this back wall out. It's pretty much off now, but there's just some clips that are sitting there and I don't want to break them. So those clips need to come out, and then this whole bit can come out. Once this whole bit comes out, I can take these screws out here, which then will mean this plexiglass is able to come out. I need the plexiglass to come out so I can get this last B pillar out. Fuck my life. But on the plus side, once that is in the position it is in, I can then start to put it all back together, which is what I really want to do as quickly as possible. So that back section there that is coming out, the partition, I'm going to spray, not obviously the plexiglass, I'm going to spray the back bit with some bed liner, so wrap to bed liner, and that should arrive this week. So then that can go back, straight back in, and then the B pillars can go straight back in as well. The carpet's going to go down as well, so then that can be back in. Then I can start putting some of the trim back in, then the dash can go back in, then the centre console can go back in. So I'm hoping that this week I can get it all finished. Let's see how we go. I still haven't decided what I'm going to do with this centre console yet. I might spray it with that bed liner and then just cover the top here with the suede that's going on the dashboard. And now these panels at the side here, these were carpeted that went all along here, and I've taken the carpet off them because it looked a bit rank, and I'm tempted to do those in the suede that's then been done on these kick plates that I've just done, because they're a nice easy-ish bit. So what do you reckon, Rush? Should I do those? Okay, I should do those. Thanks for your input, really appreciated. I've also got all of this wire. I don't know where it goes, but I'm assuming it goes to this for hire sign, which I want to work because honestly it looks cool. I think it does anyway. This is what I'm spraying bed liner, so like that one. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and wire these up to the interior light, which is wired up to that, so they can come on at the same time. I'll probably fuck that up. But everything else is kind of, once a few bits arrive, so once the bed liner spray arrives, once the carpet arrives, once the material for the dash arrives, everything really can be done and I can start putting it back together. I don't want to leave it like this because I actually want to drive it. The only thing that I don't have either on order or coming or here is something to do with the seat. But who knows what I'll do with that. I'll figure that out when I decide, I suppose. One thing I have put in though, because you know this start is just a service. So I got this. In the last video I did the wiper blades. Now I've got unicorn screen wash. So I've topped that up. Who says I don't do car maintenance? Ooh, and also what's on its way, and it should be here Wednesday. Are the new front and rear lights. So that's going to tidy up a treat, and I'll be able to see. So yeah, it's motoring on. See how I can finish this week. It won't be this week for you, it'll probably be next week because this will take up far too much time. But over the next 2 weeks, I should hopefully have a nearly completed cab anyway. then I can also concentrate on some of the other bits and pieces. I need to spray the top light bit, so that needs to pop out. I might do that at the same time as doing the headlining, because it makes it easier. I can drop the headlining, I have access, it's 2 bolts. Easy. Come off, give it a spray, back on. That's that bit done. Headlights sorted. I might also change the orange lights for clear ones. Front bumper probably needs replacing at some point, but for the moment, just tidy these bits up. I've been told I'm going to be late, so I'll see you tomorrow in 2 seconds. Oh, bye. Welcome back again. Today I'm trying to crack on with some bits and pieces, covering as much stuff as possible. Yeah, so this is what I've got done so far. We've already seen that I've covered a lot of this stuff. I've also covered these things now, the sun visors, so they're looking all right. So yeah, pretty sweet, better than they were, so that's cool. I've also got these to do now. So these are the side bits of, run out of space, the center console. So I'm going to get those wrapped in the same material. So I'm going to do those now, and then once I've done those, I need to then remove the rest of the center console, the seat, and that back partition. So I need to crack on. I'm running out of time. Partitions out, center console's out, plastic primed, plastic coated, and now I can't get the chair out, so I've got all of the bolts apart from one out, and that's now soaking in WD. Yes. So I need to give it a swift hoover in here. As you can see, it's raining, so it's not exactly ideal for this situation, but I need to give it a proper hoover out in here before I can then start to look at putting some carpet in. It's going to be covered, obviously the center sections are going to be covered here, so I only need to really do to the edges here, back along here, and I'm going to do up around the tunnel anyway, and up around these sections and right up under here. So I'll do all the way up around the edges, even though these bits are covered, this bit's covered, and everything, and all these are covered, but I'll make it nice anyway, or attempt to anyway. It's still raining, but I've got the passenger side carpet in, and it looks well good. For some reason on camera it looks more grey than it is, because it's actually fucking black. I think just the light's reflecting off it, see, but it's well good. All in the area. Those bits right up there you won't see, that's why it's like that, because the dashboard's going to be covering that. Yeah, and all this, there's no, you can't actually see, but it's really nicely done. Perfect. I'm actually impressed with that. I can't do the other side right now because I've got to wait for that fucking WD-40, see if I can get that chair out. As soon as I get the chair out, I can start to do that side and put stuff back in. It's getting there. I'm well pleased with that. I'm confident about the other side and even the back, because the carpet that's in there at the minute is mank. But it's more hard wearing, right? It's the standard carpet that comes with the Taxi. I'll show you that one, right? But it's just not very nice. It's not very nice looking. I don't want it like that. I want it nice looking. So yeah, that'll be next on my Oh, why does that one come out? That's cool, isn't it? What, I can't remember why does that come out? Fuck me, no idea. Anyway, fucking hell. I'll strip this carpet down and put new carpet back in here, but not at the moment because I haven't done any of the rear things, right? So yeah, I can't really crack on with this stuff, but what I might do while I'm waiting is take off these handles. I can't, like I said, can't really do much more with that at the moment, but I am gonna cover this with that suede stuff, because I reckon that'll turn up quite nicely, and if I do it'll be a nice contrast to the bed lining stuff if I paint the rest of the dash that. So I'm gonna take these out so I can get those panels off, because I want to cover those and cover this, and then the side bits in the front. Fuse box cover done. Don't know why it's got these lines on it. Anyway, I'm running out of that stuff. I've only got 2 rolls left, and I've got to cover this thing and those 2 like C-pillars. So I think I need to order one more back, because this alone is probably enough for one, just because it's size and dimensions and shit. So I'm probably going to need to order one more. Arse. Oh well, cracking on. So I've taken these apart. I had to get the seat out because I had to get this seatbelt off. The seat was just 4 little screws. But this is virtually out, but I can't get it out until I remove the back of the seats, and I don't know how to do that, so I'm going to have to go and Google it. It's still raining, so I'm still getting wet. So I'm going to go and have a coffee. I've not had a coffee, so I'm going to go and trim this interior piece, and then I'm going to have a coffee, and then that'll be me, I reckon. And then I'm going to do some research on how to do these. That's about all I can do. On the plus side though, it was piece of piss to take those base seats out, and I've asked a friend of mine if she'd be able to trim these seats, and she reckons she can, so that's a bonus. And they're a piece of piss to get out. I just need to work out how to get these back ones out. I would ask you, like I said, but I'll Google it in a minute, so hopefully I can find out. If I can't find out, let me know how to remove these back seats, because I'm fucked otherwise. But yeah, it's pretty easy, and this whole base area at the back's nice, easy to get to. So getting this on the old carpet wise is going to look sweet. Going to look properly sweet, actually. So all I need to do now is work out how to get these back seats out so I can get these off. And then once I've got that off and trimmed it, work out what I do with the bottom bits. Might even do those in carpet, you know. Carpet on both sides. Might be nice. Let's have a look. What's that look like through there? There, see, that looks quite nice. Might do that in carpet, I'll see. All the suede I've got, maybe that'll go in. No, it won't, it was not stretchy enough. So, yeah, I might do that in carpet on these side bits. But that's me. I'm fucking knackered. It's all a bit of nothing really, but it wasn't. I've done a shitload really. It's starting to come together in a way. At least everything's out. The only thing I need out now from the front section is the seat. And I've got a feeling that's going to be a pain in the arse, so I'll probably have to angle grind it. Or heat it up, but probably angle. Fuck's sakes. Anyway, I'll soak it like fuck. See if I can get that out. I really need that out, because then I can do the driver's side carpet, and then that's the entire carpet lot done. And then as soon as the bed lining stuff comes, I can spray the center console and the dash, and they can go back in. And they're a piece of piss to get back in. And once they're back in, the headlining, the A-pillars, all the paneling, that can all go back in. Basically everything. So all I got to do is, famous fucking last words, actually no, that's getting sprayed with bed lining as well. So that's getting sprayed with bed lining, that's getting sprayed with bed lining, that's getting sprayed with bed lining. Then it can go back in. Worst case, I can carpet around the seat, but it's not really my ideal. I want to do it all over it so it's nice like the other side. But yeah, made a lot of progress on this one. I wasn't anticipating doing this, but like I said, I've got to get this done by the weekend, because I said I'd give people a lift. So I've got to get at least the front done. I can get the front done, I reckon. The back will take me longer. And I'm not going to get all the trimmed stuff done, this, as in seats and that, because I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. But I really do want to get the main cockpit area sorted and back together, so at least I can drive it and it's not fucking in pieces. But it's really getting there. A few more bits and I can actually start putting this back together. And I'm really looking forward to how it's going to come together, to be honest. I'm sure you are as well. I'm very good at taking things apart. Am I good at putting them back together? No. So let's see if I can actually put this back together. I'm hoping for once I can. Thanks very much for watching on this one. Stay tuned for the next one, because it's all going to start coming back together. It's a bit bitty at the moment because I've had to just take things off and trim them and do stuff like that, so it is a bit in pieces and a bit bitty, but it's getting there, I'm telling you. You wait. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you when this starts coming back together on the next one.